Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I had this video all filmed and I went to edit it and then I realized it just wasn't going to work. So I'm going to take you guys around and do this kind of different. I put everything away after I did the first video, so I'm just going to take you around and show you kind of like a haul and how I styled it. And I'm also going to just show you like the little bit of Halloween decor that I did. So the first thing I'm going to show you guys is this sign here in my living room. And I found this at Home Goods and I fell in love with it like right away. So it's basically just a metal sign. It says ice cream soda and there's like some red paint in the words. I have seen this on Instagram before and I had no idea that it was like a reproduction, and I fell in love with it on this girl's Instagram, and then when I saw it in the store I just couldn't leave it behind. So this was $24.99. And I just have it in the corner of the living room over top of my vintage dog books for now. So that kind of started like musical pictures. I moved like everything around. So I ended up switching up over the couch. And I just went with this huge print of Danbury, Connecticut. And I picked this up at the Salvation Army probably like a year ago for $10, which I thought was great for that size. And it's just like a black and white map from the 1800s. Well, it's a reprint of a map from the 1800s. And I'm going to leave the frame black for now. I usually don't do that, but I feel like if I changed the color of the frame, the print wouldn't stand out as much. So I normally had my dog caricatures hanging over the couch, and I moved them into the corner here. And this is where I ended up moving the pieces from the dog gallery wall that were my favorites. So I have these here over the dog beds. And, okay, I don't know why it's not focusing. There we go. And then on the other side, I put these two. And then in this spot, I used to have a grain sack, so I moved that to the kitchen. I'm going to take you guys out there and show you that. Okay, so the grain sack ended up over here. And then what was over here, I ended up moving over here. So I just added the Campbell's soup into my big kitchen gallery wall. And then my apple stencil from the Country Living Fair was also in the living room, and I brought that out here too. And it's amazing how just moving pictures around can make your house feel kind of like a new space to you. Just by changing that one over the couch, it made like the biggest difference in the living room. So now that I showed you guys what I did with the artwork, I'm going to show you the few things I picked up shopping this week. So I'm going to start right here in the Hutch, because a lot of the stuff I've bought ended up in the Hutch. I'm going to start down here. I have just this little ironstone looking dish, and this matches the false graph tureen I have in the kitchen. And I picked up that and the little white platter back here. I picked those up together from a consignment store for $1. Here on this shelf, I have these little dip bowls, and these are from the Pioneer Woman's new collection. She came out with a fall pattern. I think it's called Willow, but it's like this blue florally type print, and it's really, really pretty. It's probably her favorite, or my favorite print of her stuff yet. So I just picked up a couple of these little dip bowls for now because I love the colors on them. And I like how they mismatch. They did have one with a yellow interior and then some brighter flowers, but I wanted it all to be in like the blue and green tones. And these are $1.96 a piece, I think. I did manage to find some Rae Dunn. I found this canister, and it's the Bear Treats one, and it was $6.99. It's a cute picture, but it's just not a picture for me. But I intended to turn it backwards and then put one of those little sticker stencils on it for now. So over in this little section, I picked up this stack of wood bowls at another church rummage sale, and I paid 50 cents a bowl. There's actually 4 bowls, but the one of them must have had something oily in it, so it was like a darker color. So I'm going to do a DIY on that for a craft fair I have coming up, but I kind of liked how these add some warmth back into it. And you'll probably notice that I painted it. I only painted the top. I'm going to do a DIY video and show you guys how I do the chalk painting on furniture. It's really simple, really easy, but I'm going to make a DIY video out of that and show you guys. But for now, I got the top done because I want to kind of perfect the technique before I put it on video. and all the little cubbies and the corners and cracks. This one was really frustrating. It took 3 coats of paint. There were some choice words given out, but now that it's done, I really like it. So I also picked up this little stack of plates, and this came from my local Salvation Army. They're just plain white plates, and they were having a bag day sale. I didn't know it. I didn't fill a bag because I didn't need a bunch of stuff, but I picked up those, and then a silver plated creamer set for my craft fair coming up. These I picked up for my own use. It was $1 for like basically everything. And then down here I picked up this cup, and this is a Rae Dunn Halloween one. And my store had a bunch of different ones, but I liked the simplicity and kind of like the watercolor outline. And if you get close enough at an angle even, you can see that the cat has whiskers. And I just thought that was really cute. And it's got an orange interior. And then when I was in the checkout line, I found these really cool paper straws to kind of put in it and style it. So this is like one of my Halloween sections. I have maybe like 3 or 4 things. I don't do a lot. I'll take you guys and show you that at the end. So I picked up another ironstone-like piece, and that's out here in the kitchen. And that's this little, I guess it would have been a tureen. It didn't come with a lid. And I picked that up at the same Salvation Army bag day sale. And you can see it looks very similar to the one up there. But that was included in that $1 price. So without a lid, I'm just going to put, like right now I have skulls. I'll put in, you know, greenery for Christmas or pumpkins. Anything can pretty much go in it. And these are my Halloween books. So I have an orange and a black book that I found. And then up here, I almost forgot to show you guys, I found one of the reproduction seltzer bottles. This one I picked up at Michael's. It was originally $30. It was 50% off that day, and then there was an additional percentage. So I ended up getting it for like $9.50. And from this angle, it looks great. When you're up close, you can tell that the top is fake plastic. You can tell it's like a treatment. But right now this is on top of the Hutch, so actually when I look at it, I'm looking at it like this. It looks great from this angle. And until I can find a real one at a decent price, that's going to be perfect for what I need it for. And then that guy up there is also part of my Halloween stuff. I picked him up at Salvation Army last fall for $1.99. And I just like how he's kind of got that look of the Bethany Low. And then real life, you guys, I need to dust because after I sanded the paint, I obviously couldn't see that until now when I'm showing you guys, so I'm going to take care of that after. So these next 2 items I'm like stupidly excited for. Let me see if I can turn off the light and get a better color on it. Not really. Anyways, it's this wooden crate. And it's not so orange in real life. I don't know, the lights are just making it look like that. And it's got the faded red on it. And then over here, it's got its label. It was a produce crate originally. But you guys are not going to believe what I paid for this. I went to my local consignment store. I went in, they had this, and they had another wood piece, which I'm going to show you next. So I was like, which one do I like most? Because I'm anticipating in my head that they're going to be at least $10. So I'm anticipating a high price, so I'm thinking like, whichever one I like best, ask for that. So I brought this up to the counter and asked, and she said $3. So I was like, my mind was like blown. So of course I got this one. And then I went back and picked up the other one that was sitting back there. And that is this, I think it's the end of a shipping crate. And it is from Sewing Machines. I'm just going to hold that there so you guys can read that. This was also $3. And this thing is huge, but I think it's going to look really good. I mean, I could even put it outside on my covered porch. I could put it inside. I thought it would look neat with a wreath over it, or even like a garland with some lights at Christmas time. And it looks like they kind of just pulled it right off the end of a shipping crate. So then while I was getting those, I also saw this little guy. And this is just a decorative one, like a reproduction, but I paid $1 for that. And I think that'll look really cute with some cotton stems or things in it. Right now I just have it up on the top with the other vintage looking metal. So the next thing I'm going to show you guys is I kind of like stocked up my cleaning cabinet. I used to just stuff things under the kitchen sink. I mean, I had them in a bin and they were organized, but I stuck with like vinegar water for everything. So I recently found this YouTuber, and I think she's like new to YouTube, but I love her channel. She does some cleaning stuff. She does a lot of Target hauls, which I love Target Dollar Spot, and I like her decorating and stuff. So I'll be sure to link her channel in the description box. Her name is Abigail Martinez. But she showed this Mrs. Meyer's apple cider scent in one of her haul videos, and the way she described it, it made me like want to run out and get it. So I searched everywhere and I couldn't find it. I ended up ordering it from Grove. And then the way that site works, you order like a minimum amount and they throw in a bunch of freebies. So I ordered some other scents too. I've got the geranium multi-surface, and then I've got the glass cleaner and the tub cleaner in lavender. I started out with the lemon verbena scent. I've never had issues with a scented product before, but it gave me like an instant headache. They took care of the problem like instantly though. I just contacted them. They sent out the replacements. No questions asked. So the lavender is really nice. I've already been using that. And then I picked up some of these other cleaners too. There's a vinegar gel and a baking soda, like a scrub type one. It's not super gritty. This one I like in the kitchen sink. This one was supposed to be good for stainless. So far I don't really care for it. I'm going to see if I can find something else, but my stainless cleaner, like the pre-moistened wipes, work way better than that so far. But then I just picked up this shoe organizer from TJ Maxx, and I stapled it onto the door so it wouldn't bang every time the door opens and closes. And then I just filled it with some cloths. This row I did microfiber, and then up there I did kind of like bar mops. They're better for like a kitchen counter surface. So that was it for the haul, but I'm going to just show you guys like my few Halloween type decorations. I hung up this little garland. This was from Walmart last year and it was like $1 something. It's just some pom-poms and some like straws. So I added that in. And then over here, this is my absolute favorite Halloween decoration of all time. I picked this up last year from Home Goods. So you saw the things in my hutch. Here in the living room, I kept it really simple. I just put this little black Dollar Tree crow into that little vignette. And then down here, my Cubby shelf, of course, I had to play around with that. So I've got this wax warmer here, and I like it more just for the look of it. It doesn't have as good like melting qualities as my other Walmart one. And the light is insanely bright at this height, and it shines right through the eyes. It's like blinding. So I have it there more for display. But then up top I have one of these vintage signs, and I think that was a TJ Maxx find. And then I added in these little Walmart cats that look like Bethany Lowe. Added one there. And then the bottom I just left the same. I did add a few things in the kitchen, so we'll go out there. And so here we are in the kitchen. And what I added out here was this little trick-or-treat sign, and this is another one of those like MDF ones from TJ Maxx, but I love the vintage look of it. And I've realized, I don't know, as I get older, or maybe just as I get more into decor, that the Halloween type stuff, the vintagey stuff appeals to me more. I don't know, it feels like being a kid again when we used to have like those paper cutout skeletons on the wall. So I kind of stick to the vintagey stuff. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one.